5. The game. Section 1. Choice of the turn a bat. The choice of the first or last bat in the inning shall be decided by a tossed coin or unless otherwise stated in the rules of the organization under which the schedule of games is being played. In Section 2, Fitness of a ground. The fitness of the ground for a game shall be decided solely by the plate umpire. In Section 3, Regulation of the game. The regulation of the game shall consist of 7 innings. A regulation of a game consists of 7 innings. A full 7 innings need to be played if the team second at bat scores more runs in 6 innings or before the third out in the last of the 7th inning. In Section 4, Winner of game. The winner of the game shall be the team that scores more runs in the regulation game. Section 5, Run Ahead Rule. A run-ahead rule shall be used at all tournaments and championships. 15 runs after 3 innings, 10 runs after 4 innings, or 7 runs after 5 innings. 6. The tiebreaker. Tiebreaker, starting with the top of the 8th inning and each half inning. Therefore, the offensive team shall begin its turn at bat with a player who is scheduled to bat in 9th in FP and 10th in SP, 11th in SP with an EP, or 12th in co-eds SP with EPs, in that respective half inning being placed on second base. Section 7. Scoring of runs. 1 run shall be scored each time a runner legally touches first, second, third base, and home plate before the third out of the inning. Section 8. Charge conference. Offensive conference, there shall only be 1 charge offensive conference in an inning. So, Section 5. Foreign substance. No member of the defensive team shall at any time during the game be permitted to use any foreign substance on the ball. A pitcher who licks his fingers must wipe off his fingers before making contact with the ball. Note, if any defensive team member continues to place a foreign substance on the ball, the pitcher shall be ejected from the game. Under the supervision and control of the umpire, powered resin may be used to dry the hands and must be kept on the ground behind the pitcher's plate within the pitching circle when not in use. Section 6. The catcher must remain within the catcher's box until the pitch is released. Shall return the ball directly to the pitcher after each pitch, including after a foul ball. Note, an additional ball shall be awarded to the batter. Exception, this does not apply after a strikeout or when the batter becomes a batter runner or when a foul ball is fielded to the foul line and the catcher's throw to any base for a possible out, or when on a check swing on a drop third strike situation, the catcher throws to first base to retire the batter runner. Section 7. Throwing to a base. The pitcher, after he has taken the pitching position, shall not throw to the base during a live ball while his foot is in contact with the pitcher's plate. If the throw from the pitcher's plate occurs during a live ball, the appeal is cancelled. Note, the pitcher may remove himself from the pitching position by stepping backwards off the pitcher's plate prior to separating his hands. Stepping forward or sideways constitutes an illegal pitch. Rule 7. Batting. Section 1. The on-deck batter. The on-deck batter at the start of an inning is the lead-off batter who must remain in his on-deck circle until called to the batter's box. May take a position within either on-deck circle so he is behind the batter and not on the batter's open side. Next is the Section 2 batting order. The batting order of each team must be in on the score sheet line-up card and must be delivered before the game by the manager or captain to the official scorer and the plate umpire. Next is Section 3, the batting position. The batter must take his position in the batter's box within 10 seconds after the umpire has declared play ball. After the batter first enters the batter's box, he must remain in the batter's box between pitches by keeping at least 1 foot in the box, including while taking signals and practice swings. Section 6. The batter is out. When the third strike is swung at miss and the ball touches any part of the batter's person, not swung at and the pitch ball hits the batter while the pitch is in the strike zone. So Rule 8, Batter, Runner, and Runner. Section 1, the batter becomes a batter runner when he legally hits a fair or foul ball. FP only when the catcher fails to catch the third strike before the ball touches the ground and there are less than 2 outs and first base is unoccupied or there are 2 outs. This is known as the third strike rule. Section 3, the batter runner is not out. When a fielder makes a play on a batter runner while using an illegal glove, the manager of the offended team has the option of Section 3, the batter runner is not out. When a fielder makes a play on a batter runner while using an illegal glove, the manager of the offended team has the option of taking the result of the play or having the player resume batting, assuming that the ball and strike count prior to the pitch with other runners returned to the base held at the time of the pitch. Section 4, touching bases in legal order. Runner must touch bases in legal order, first, second, third, and home plate, except if a runner is obstructed at a base, preventing the runner from touching that base. When a runner is returning the base left before a caught fly ball is first touched or the missed base while the ball is in play, he must touch the base in reverse order. Section 5. Runners are entitled to advance with liability to be put out when the ball leaves the pitcher hand on his delivery, when a pitch ball is batted, or on a thrown ball or fair batted ball that is not blocked. Section 6. A runner forfeits his exemption from liability to be put out if at any time he fails to touch a base he is entitled to before attempting to make the next base. Exception. If a runner is obstructed at a base, preventing the runner from touching the base. Section 7. Runners are entitled to advance without liability to be put out when forced to vacate a base because the batter was awarded a base on balls. The balls remain in play unless it is blocked. Any runner affected is entitled to one base and may be advanced further at his own risk if the ball is in play. So, Section 10, the runner is not out when he runs behind or in front of the fielder and outside the base path in order to avoid interfering with a fielder attempting to field the batted ball in the base path.